And then one day my dad bought me a bike. I don't know why he thought about this. He just bought me a bike. And he said, look, Brian, look, you're in trouble. You know, you're overweight, you're unfit, you're always moaning. There's a bike, we're going to be there. There's no other way of you getting out of that. You're going to be sat in that back of the car. So how about giving it a go? Okay, just go and borrow some of your brother's kit. The season's about this time of year, actually, and the season sort of finished about September time. He says, let's give it till September. If you don't like it, I don't care what you do with this bike. You could throw it in the canal, sell it, I don't care. But just give it a go to September. Just promise me you do that. I sort of said, yeah, okay. And really, I'd say that probably moment, that way of just taking that moment and actually being given that opportunity and taking that opportunity was, I'd be honest to say, it turned my life around. Straight away I enjoyed it. Straight away it got me out of trouble. Straight away it got me energised. It got me fitter, obviously. But also it gave me a goal and an aim in life. Actually, this is what I want to do. And I remember within about 2 months of started cycling, I met a guy called Sid, who's just, that's Sid up there. He ran the local bike shop in Beeston, where I come from. And I always remember, I still saw this fat, overweight lad, still struggling, always at the back and struggling, but really enjoying what I was doing. And he came past me on the hill one day and he says, come on, champ. And I sort of looked at him and cursed him a little bit because he was about 60 at the time, and this 60-year-old bloke was disappearing up the road and I couldn't catch him. And I got to the top of the hill and he came over. He goes, oh, you look you got potentially to be a very good cyclist. And I looked at him as obviously being a brash, cocky 14-year-old who's been in trouble with the police and everything. I looked at him strange. He went, no, I can see it in you. You may not look it now, but you've got the potential. Let me help you. So I said, okay. He says, come down to the shop in the week when you got time and we'll have a chat. And he took me under his wing, really, mentored me in a way, really, to success. You know, within 3 years, our aim was to get me on the national junior team. Within 3 years, he got me there. And really, that's where my Olympic journey really started, in 1987, really, where I got the national team. Been proud being there as a GB jersey. I went to Junior Worlds that year. The good thing I always thought about with Sid was actually at that point he let me go. So many coaches in sport, especially with young athletes, keep holding them back. He's mine, or she's mine. But Sid didn't, you know, he just said, okay, you've gone to the next level, Brian, I'll always be here, and he always was there. But he let me go and let people take me to the next level, and then obviously people, and after that really, it always made me a bit cross because people never really let me go to the next level. It used to always be, oh, he's one of mine, or I've made him what he was. And Sid, who actually started it all, never said that at all, which was quite strange. So 87 I got, 87 makes me seem so old, makes me feel very, very old. Went to Junior World Championships, did really well, got selected to be on the senior team. And really my first major setback really is actually the 88 Seoul Olympics. I missed the team by 1 place. And obviously very, very disappointed at the time, but never really, just happy to be there. And really never really thought what the Olympics was and everything, and really how big the Olympics was. Some of my teammates go in and obviously see that firsthand and stuff really. And maybe really appreciate what the Olympic Games is. It's the elite of the elite. I don't really care if you're a sports fan or not a sports fan, if you're an Olympic sport fan or not. I always think the Olympic Games is the end of the road, basically. You can't get any better than that. I thought, right, I've got to do it. You know, Barcelona's 4 years. I put everything. At that point, I was actually still working part-time. I gave up work. It's quite funny as well. I was working part-time for my dad's business, and he made me redundant, so I could draw straight on the dole, which was quite, yeah. It's quite a dodgy meeting at the dole office going, oh, your uncle made you redundant then? I said, no, it's my dad. He goes, oh, did he give you any notice? Well, not really, sort of thing like that. So I'd get on the dole straight away, which was quite funny. So, but 4 years later, I got to Barcelona. My aim, my pinnacle of my career at that point was just to go to Olympic Games and to be an Olympian and be in that elite club of our, I think it's top 1% of people in this country. I don't know any of you actually, do any of you do the national lottery? No. As any people used to do the national lottery, and now I've got no chance of winning that money. I might as well put the money in a box. There's most people like that now. Or bike. Statistically, guys, you've got more chance of winning the national lottery than going to Olympic Games. That's the elite group that we're in, and I feel very proud to be in that elite group. And there I was at the Olympic Games with my Olympic tracksuit. As I said there, I got 5th in Barcelona, which I was very proud to do, but one thing again really spurred me on to do better actually. I shared a room with a guy called Chris Boardman, who won a gold medal in the individual pursuit. And for him to win that and me seeing him changing his life, but more importantly him coming back one evening with this lump of gold and on a piece of ribbon, and obviously said well done Chris and congratulations and stuff. And I remember that night we sort of sat down in the room and everything got quiet, everybody disappeared, and he says, do you want to hold it or wear my Olympic medal? It's a bit of a thing about Olympic athletes actually, if you're trying to strive for that, it's quite bad luck to hold somebody else's. And I sort of said yes. About 45 minutes later, Bryan, you really need to give me that back. And he had to sort of prise it out of my fingers, this Olympic medal. And if nothing else really, I was so jealous that he had this and I didn't. So I just thought I'd just really go on, and that was my aim. My goal was to win this Olympic medal. Went on to Atlanta in '96, which for everybody really was a disaster. I think we came home with only 3 or 4, probably 5 medals as a whole. The good thing about that was actually, because we did so badly, the National Lottery came in and actually the government funded. That was the start of the road of the success we've had in Beijing, and obviously the success we're going to go on moving on to 2012. And the whole sport changed. It became professional, we're getting paid, we're being supported properly, we got the right equipment, we got the right backing, and everything was changed completely over the space of about 3 years really, which was a really fast turnaround in sporting terms and that level of funding. And I always remember the end of 1997, we had a new coach in called Simon Jones, a guy from Wales, which we never let him forget about. And he says, look guys, you know, we've always been 6th or 7th, or when we're really good we get 5th at a World Championships. I want to change things. Who's prepared in 2000, who's prepared to get 5th or 6th? He says, I've been looking at it, we don't ride the same as everybody else. We start slow and we finish fast. What we need to do is start fast and finish slow. Because we were going faster than everybody else at the end, but we'd lost so much time, we're just not making it back. There's 15 guys in that room. He said, look guys, we need to change, this is what we need to do. He sort of did a selling job to us really. He says we could get last at the Olympic Games, we could not qualify for Olympic Games, but more importantly we could win a medal. At the minute we're not going to win a medal the way we're going. Who's in? Who's in? 5 guys walked out of that room, said no, I'm just quite prepared with what we're doing, you know, I'm happy to be 5th or 6th and just do the same. Those 10 guys, 6 of those 10 guys went on to win Olympic bronze medal 3 years later, which was in Sydney, and I was lucky enough to be in that team to win one. And this is my my bronze medal from Sydney. And even though it says there I went on to Athens to win a silver, this is my proudest moment really, is to win this Olympic medal. Because we went to Sydney ranked 6th in the world, and to walk away with a bronze medal and to turn it round, it always makes you laugh, but it's so bent. You know, look later, it's really bent. Somebody dropped it down the stairs drunk. It was me, basically. Yeah, and I feel very proud to have this and to be honoured and to call myself an Olympic medalist, not only an Olympian. I went on to, after Sydney, I told my wife when I was getting on the plane to go to Sydney, that's it. When I get back from here, I don't care. If I win, if I lose, whatever, I'm retiring. I got off the plane and told my wife straight away that I'm carrying on for another 4 years, which she wasn't chuffed about. And she made me guarantee that it definitely would be my last Olympics going on to Athens. Because again, as you probably understand, every time I thought I could do better. And I think in life and also in sport, you always think you could do better. And you think, well, if I could do better, and it's that if only in the back of my mind personally, is that if only I could have done a bit more, if I could only have done this. And as it says there, I went on to Athens and won a silver medal, which is not so impressive. And I'm not so, I don't feel so proud about this one, which is a bit bizarre.